Hello everyone and welcome back to Fresno Yosemite International Airport for another airport update. All these flights are from Saturday, August 6th, and I'm super excited to bring this airport update to you. We will begin here in Gate 11 with this Delta connection. Bombardier Mitsubishi CRJ-900. This is in place of an Embraer E175, Delta connection E175. Operated by SkyWest. Gemini, you gotta make that model. You gotta make that model. It's been too long. We're still waiting for it. It's gotta happen, man. But this one came in from Salt Lake City, and we'll be doing the turnaround and heading back out there. And right here, taxiing out to the active runway, we have this American Airlines Boeing 737-800. This one has the new winglets that the actual aircraft just had the regular old winglets. This one came in from Dallas-Fort Worth DFW and is just now heading out for the runway for its return flight back out to DFW. We'll start off these two aircraft with the one at the top left of your screen, the United A319 in the Evo Blue livery. This one came in from Denver, and we'll be doing the turnaround and heading back out there. And towards the bottom right of your screen, we have this Allegiant A319 filling in for an A320 with fence tips and the new livery. This one came in from Las Vegas and is just now getting boarded up, and we'll be heading back out to Las Vegas. And just pulling into the gate that the American 737-800 pulled out, it's a bit unusual to see Southwest pulling into gate 16, is that I think I've only seen American use that gate, but that is where the Southwest 737-700 is currently pulling into, and this one just arrived in from Denver, and will be later heading out to Las Vegas. So it's kind of like what the United and Allegiant added up would equal, flight in from Denver out to Las Vegas. So a little interesting there. Like I've said it before, but we get so many flights here from Denver and Las Vegas on United, Southwest, and Allegiant respectively. So just crazy to see all these flights here, and it's good. Great to see that demand is up on those routes. But just not a ton of diversity, I guess, in the routes, but still good to see here. Of course, this aircraft, the Illinois 1 livery, is no longer in the Southwest fleet, and it will be repainted on the Max 7, which I'm really looking forward to. I think same with Tennessee 1, maybe. I know that one's not in the Southwest fleet anymore. I imagine that will also be repainted on the Max. But still want to throw it in here. I don't think it gets too much love on the channel, and it is a beautiful aircraft. But I'm just not able to include it in many airport updates because it's a little bit unrealistic. But it's still a very beautiful aircraft. I'm still glad to include it in this airport update. And here is the American Airlines A319 in the America West Heritage livery. As always, this is filling in for a regular livery American A319. I just don't have that aircraft in my collection currently, so I have to use this America West Heritage livery. And unfortunately, both of my American aircraft in the A320 family are both special liveries, so that makes it a little bit tough to do these A320 family aircraft without getting repetitive with the special liveries. But that's just what we have to do for now until I get a replacement or not a replacement, but a aircraft to use for that regular livery A320, A321, and A319. But this one will be doing the Phoenix turn for us today. And we will finish off the update with these two Alaska aircraft. We'll start with this Alaska 737-900. This one is in the new livery, and this one came in from Seattle, Tacoma. It'll be doing the turnaround, heading back out there. Great to see that Alaska is continuing strong here on the 737-900 to Seattle. Great to see that aircraft upgrade, and hopefully it'll keep on doing well. And behind that, we have the Horizon Q400 in the Celebrating 25 Years livery. The actual aircraft was in one of the college special livery. Maybe it was OSU. I don't quite remember which special livery it was in. But I think it was OSU, Oregon State University. And so this one came in from Portland PDX, and doing the turnaround, heading back out there. This one did get downgraded to the Q400, but it's still pretty nice to get the Q400 in here. I really like the aircraft, and I'm sad that Horizon will be retiring them. But regardless, it's nice to get this aircraft in here, even though it technically has a downgrade over the UN-75. I still really like the aircraft. So ready to see these two Alaska aircraft, and you're ready to see them continuing strong here at Fresno with their Seattle and Portland flights. But that'll do it for this update of Fresno Yosemite International Airport. Thank you all for checking it out once again. It's very fun to do as always. But stick around, we still have the retro update to get to, and we'll cut to that momentarily. We go back in time 17 years to the year 2005, where this first retro Fresno update will take place. Fresno has seen much change since then, notably with the addition of Southwest Airlines, which will not be in this video. We have 4 retro aircraft that would be realistic to the time of this retro Fresno update. We'll begin our update here with this Horizon Q400. Horizon actually flew CRJ 700s, but this aircraft itself is pretty retro, as this livery does not exist anymore, so I figured I might as well just use it, because at least the airline is correct. But this one came in from Portland and will be heading out to Seattle-Tacoma. Even 2005 saw many United CRJs go to Fresno. Also, they had plenty of Embraer Brasilias here, but of course that model does not exist in 1/400 scale, and I do not have an old livery CRJ 700, so we'll just be using this Battleship Gray CRJ 200. They also had plenty of destinations that were pretty unique back then. Las Vegas and Visalia are currently not in their schedule for the current year, but they did still have Denver, Los Angeles, and San Francisco back then, but Denver was not on mainline service. We'll do an interesting one for this one. We'll say this one came in from Visalia, and it will be heading out to San Francisco. And I need to save the Mad Dogs for last, the first of which is this Allegiant MD-82. This one came in from Las Vegas, and we'll be doing the turnaround heading back out there. Las Vegas is the only route for Allegiant out of Fresno back in March of 2005, and I believe it still is the only route out of Fresno. Of course, not on the MD-80 anymore. It has now been upgraded to the A320. This one made an appearance in Retro Madison, and also will be making an appearance here. I was really looking forward to using this model in these 2 retro updates, and I didn't really have enough models to do these retro updates until now, when that last batch of retro models from Scale Model Supplies and Hub Hobby really boosted the retro collection enough that I can do Retro Fresno and Retro Madison now. Retro Fresno is still lacking a little bit. I don't have any America West aircraft. I'm missing an American Eagle Saab 340 and a Delta Connection old livery aircraft. That's still one that I need for our Delta Connection CRJ 200. Is still what I need for Kalamazoo, Madison, and Fresno. And of course, the Horizon Air. I don't have a CRJ 700, but I'm still happy with what I was able to put together here. And we still have one more aircraft to get to. And that final aircraft, of course, is the American Airlines Mad Dog, the American Airlines MD-82. This one is just getting pushed back. What a beautiful aircraft. And this one will be heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth. Back in 2005 out of Fresno, American Airlines had Dallas-Fort Worth and Los Angeles. Los Angeles on the Saab 340, Dallas-Fort Worth on the MD-80. And that's what this one is representing right here, the American Airlines MD-80 flight to Dallas-Fort Worth. So very interesting here. Of course, a gorgeous model. I know I said in the unboxing that I wouldn't be including this in any airport updates, but I guess we found ourselves in a situation where this had to be used here at Fresno. And this was kind of the model that helped me do this Fresno update. I wanted at least 4 models, I guess, to do a retro Fresno update, because I don't think 3 models would have been sufficient. The Horizon Q400, United CRJ 200, and the Allegiant MD-82. I think it's an MD-82, I'm not quite sure. I don't really think that would have been sufficient to do a whole Fresno update, but with the addition of this American Mad Dog. I figured I might as well do it, as I'm really not going to be able to include this American MD-80 and really any other retro update until I get enough for MSP, or maybe probably retro Fort Myers too, but I don't think I'll have enough aircraft to do that one either. That'll do it for this combined update once again. This is probably a little bit of a longer one, so thank you to those who stuck with me through the entire thing. And well, we'll do some more retro when I come around to it. I know I've done a lot of retro recently, and we'll see if I take a long break from it or if I'm going to get back to it. I don't want to make it like a super regular thing, like the airport updates that are about bi-weekly, or tri-weekly, depending on when I do them. I don't want to make these retro updates as regular as that. I want to make them a little bit more rare. I don't think I'll do, I think I'll even more rare than monthly, like PSL. But, they are fun to do. They are a little bit of a mix-up of the usual aircraft from today, and they're still pretty fun. So I'll definitely do some more in the future. I just don't know when I'll do some more retro stuff. But thank you all for tuning into this airport update once again, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.